and welcome back to Let's Play E7. Last time we made it to Seagram and met the Elder, Mustafa, and he would only let us go into the Flame Shrine to visit the altar within, under the condition that he came with us and we helped him engage in some pest control. Now, in order to do so, first off, we actually have to examine the door. And afterwards, then you can use the key. Kinda wish you could just use the key directly, but whatever. It's not a huge deal. Alright, Mustafa, what do you got for us? Oh, is Adol apprehensive about taking Aisha in? I don't think she's gonna bite on that. Hey, were you mumbling something over there? They lay it on really thick. Yes, yes. Okay, Dad. Well, that's one way to get people to comply with you. But with that cutscene out of the way, we can actually enter the Flame Shrine proper. As you can see, we got some more fancy stone statues there. The middle one looked a little in disrepair. And here is the aforementioned water, or lava that Mustafa was talking about. Of course, it's very much video game lava that is just red water that drains your HP when you touch it. Not that we could tell from just the screen. Unlike Fatima, Mustafa is not going to take that in stride. Hey, don't assume Dogi speaks for all of us. I think somebody's projecting here. But with that out of the way, we can actually enter the dungeon and go forward. Like I said, no enemies on the screen, but as soon as we get here, we got scorpions to take out. Now, like previous parts, off-screen, I took the liberty to do some prep work and make a save file that will have everything we need for the upcoming mini-boss fight that we're going to get to. Here, the bone piles in the Flame Shrine give you large bones as their common material, so that's very handy. Over here, as you can see, Glinda Rose already got demoted to a regular enemy. These guys can also drop large bones for us. I forget what their other material is. Not that it really matters. Large bone is the main thing we want, particularly because there is a lot of equipment to synthesize that requires that. You can also loop this guy by doing running slashes into him, but of course I'm just talking and not really thinking about the fight at hand, which is also why I'm taking hits. As you can see, in the treasure chest here, we get a couple, or 10 hot sandstones. Gonna get a lot of those to synthesize equipment also. Collect as many as you can. Over here we got these stonehead enemies. These guys are strike weak, so we'll want to use Mustafa on them. We take out this scorpion here. They just spin around, spit out fireballs. As soon as they stop, just dodge out of the way. Pretty easy to deal with. They're very durable though, so be careful. And these guys drop hot sandstones as well, so good way to collect those. Over here we've got lava trying to walk into it. Will very quickly speed you to death, much like running into spikes. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of the hazards that you can walk into in this game. It's very easy to just be speeding along with dodge rolls and then end up going into a hazard and end up killing yourself. Not my idea of a good time, really. Thankfully, in the sequel, Memories of Salsa, they more or less got away rid of that. There are a couple of hazards revolving around equipable artifact items, but they're not as nearly as annoying to deal with as they are in this game. You probably noticed when I was going through the ancient tree, more than a couple times I just blundered into spikes and took tons of damage from it. Speaking of dodge rolling into things, carelessly or indiscriminately, there is going to be an enemy that actually utilizes that thing to its advantage. Also, you probably noticed right there, one of the gimmicks for this area is that we have graded floors that raise up out of the lava and we can walk on them. Over here we got bird enemies. These guys unfortunately do not drop monster feathers, but they do drop monster bristles, which is another material that we want to collect after a point. So let's take these guys out, easy peasy, no problem. And we've got more drywood piles in here. Going to need plenty of drywood, couple items to synthesize involving it, and of course Chris Goyen's quest to give him drywood. Well, wood in general, but you know, drywood is the next piece of wood in line. Actually pays pretty well for it. Over here we've got these giant slug enemies. These guys, very annoying. They slap the ground and they put down a fire trap. If you walk into it, or dodge into it, or just come into contact with it in any capacity, you are inflicted with the burn status. Burn is a bit like poison. It's a DOT effect, damage over time, but and as you can see right here, it drains your HP very, very quickly. The big difference, though, is that it does not drain, or it does not last nearly as long as poison does. The ore deposits here have hot sandstones, but you can also get redstones from them very rarely. You can see we could go across these raising grates here, but the timing does not allow us to get across without falling in the lava, and we're going to be coming back this way anyway with a better way to get those. Over here is a dead end with more lava. Another bone pile there if you want to collect some. And heading over this way, got another new enemy here, these armadillo guys. Nothing too special about them, they just jump back and then roll at you. Not too difficult to flash guard if you want to go for that. Let's just take this guy out with a bunch of ignis blazes. Like I said, this is probably my preferred attack for Mustafa. Also, Hammer Stamp is not formally learned yet, so you might want to use that a few times. I'm not bothering collecting the loot. We're going to be loading a different file anyway. Oh, there, that's what I was talking about. Ooh, that was ugly. Ooh, yeah, jeez. In this treasure chest, let's switch to Mustafa here since he has more HP. In that treasure chest, there was just, what was it? I wasn't paying attention. Was it hard hides or drywood? Doesn't matter. Materials. I think it was hard hides. But yeah, whoa, once again. I should probably just do normal running, but Mustafa moves kind of slow, so maybe you should better to switch to. Over here, we got more slugs. These guys are slash weak, so we're just going to run past them. And coming here, there is a switch that will take us downward, as this is an elevator that we're standing on. But before we do that, we just want to come over here, step on this raised plate. It is actually a switch that will cause these spikes to go down and allow us a faster way back to the entrance of the dungeon. Now let's take this elevator down. Just toggle that, and unfortunately you get a kind of sort of cutscene that does not allow the use of the turbo function, so you just have to watch that slowly go down. But we also reach our first monument here, and this is where I created my preparatory save. So let's just load that up. In the save, as you can see, I've got us to level 18, as that was the level that I was at when I defeated this boss, and probably a good idea, as this boss coming up hits very hard. Got a whole bunch of new equipment, bought the best armor available for everyone, save for the items that I could synth. I synthesized new weapons for everybody except for Mustafa. Mustafa's weapon, it's not that much of an upgrade for him. He doesn't get a particularly good skill from it, and you probably have basic pattern recognition. You can probably guess that Mustafa's not going to stick around in our party at the moment, so it's not really worth it to get it. If I can, before the actual definitive boss fight of this dungeon, I might go for it. But for right now, we're just going to ignore it. As you can see, we got a bunch of new skills here. Rising Slash for Adol. We got Killer Hornet for Aisha, and Kaiser Rush for Dogi. We'll hopefully get a chance to show off all of these. Only other thing to note is that I've equipped Adol with the Blue Jewel, so he has reduced SP on his attacks, which should come in handy for this upcoming mini-boss. This guy right here is Stol Braum, or as I affectionately call him, Fire Chicken. This guy also has a juggle loop, much like the previous boss. Let's see if we can't get it. Unlike the previous boss, this one only comes off a very specific move. Those flame circles there, very easy to flash guard. This one, can I... Okay, yes. Probably a bad idea to use this. I should have waited until the flash guard. But after he does that leaping attack, then you can get him into a juggle. Rising Slash will be very handy here, because it'll launch him back into the air if he comes back down. So, just keep doing that. And yeah, this is a pretty easy way to deal with this guy. He will fall out of it once his stun gauge hits the maximum, since that forces enemies back onto the ground. But for right now, we can just loop him a bit, get some really easy damage in. Alright, let's beat on him, get a bunch more SP. And I may do some Earth Shakers. There we go. Let's do Earth Shakers. Get that stun gauge going back up again. It's best to try and kite away from him to see if you can do that dash attack so you can get him into the juggle again. I'll always go for an Earth Shaker off of a Flash Guard since it does really good damage. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. And we got him into a loop again, so let's just keep doing this. Right. Yeah, pretty easy fight. This guy, though, like I said, he hits very hard if you're not doing too great on your Flash Guards, so definitely be careful there. I'm making this look a lot easier than it can be on your first playthrough. Knowing that he can get caught in this juggle when you hit him after that lunging attack is very handy towards your success in this fight. Doing a bunch of Earth Shakers there because it generates more extra, though I'm doing this fight well enough that we might not actually get another extra skill before the end of it. Might have been better to bring Dogi, honestly, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, what's he gonna do here? Oh yeah, this one shoots 3 very big fire projectiles. He has another projectile attack where he shoots, woo, oh dear. Oh well, he put himself into a bad situation there. I'm doing this actually, as far as like defensive play goes, I'm actually doing this really poorly. I did a lot better on flash guarding his various attacks. This is what happens when you don't do any practice beforehand. Yep. Let's just better safe than sorry use a Salamera extract there. Not too concerned about using those up. And Earthshaker. You want to lunge at me, buddy? No, but this is okay too. Ow, dear, I mistimed the chain guard there. This is the other fire projectile attack that he can do. Let's stun him. Let's do another just to stun him. There we go. And keep hitting him with Earth Shakers. That should get the extra gauge going up nicely. Yes! Alright, we can hit him with one more extra skill. That is the power of having Aisha in the party. Oh well, let's just do this the boring way. Oh, never mind. Ow, come on. Finish him off. Oh, jeez. I did that so poorly at the end. But hey, a win's a win. Now, hopefully we can get one last level before we reach the end of this dungeon. I defeated the boss of this dungeon at level 19, but if I don't, it's not a big deal. I can get it off screen. As soon as we open this chest, the ice somehow melts into lava. Not gonna question that. But I have to imagine it has to do with this equipable artifact, the Ice Mist Crystal. Seems to be an item of legend in Mustafa's hometown. Interesting. So basically, this gives us some power over ice. Perhaps this can allow us to get over the lava. My thoughts exactly, Mustafa. So this is our next equipable artifact item, the Ice Mist Crystal. Just equip it and you can walk over lava by creating ice underneath your feet. Very handy. And now we can get to all those sections that were blocked off by lava that we previously could not access. So we're going to be doing a bit of a running around and doing a bunch of collection here to get a lot of items. And of course, slowly take the elevator back up. Let's head out this way first. I'm going to be doing a loop around the dungeon to get everything, but this, it's probably most convenient to get this item over here just by going this way. So, heading this way. And for the sake of brevity in this video, we're just going to ignore all these waste of time enemies and get a Salamera extract to replace the one that I used. See, it was a good idea to use that one. And I'll just hit the ends of everything just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and I'm not. So, let's head on back. This time around, we're actually going to go past the elevator. There's a couple of areas in the entrance of the Flame Shrine that require the Ice Mist Crystal to get the items within them. So, doubling back. Nice convenient shortcut for us here. And we can finally get over this section. In this chest, we get a fireproof scarf. This has nothing to do with what the Ice Mist Crystal does. This makes us immune to the burn status. Actually decently useful, especially if you're fighting the slug enemies. Actually, that room next to the what is it, elevator, where I was, where there are those 3 fire slugs. That was where I did my grinding to get to level 18. Those slugs give quite a bit of experience relative to the rest of the enemies in this dungeon, and Natalie Extrict, very nice. And there's 3 of them right near a screen transition, so you can just leave the room, come back, and they'll be respawned, so it's a very convenient and easy way to get more experience. And as an added bonus, it's right by a bone pile, so I was able to get a decent number of large bones while I was at it. So I believe this is the way forward, but it is blocked off by Kamika extract, but unfortunately my inventory is full there. It is blocked off by a spike thing. Another Salamera extract. We would have been fine on items, but it is okay. Let's head this way. Now we can just ignore this little grate puzzle. I was checking right there to see if there was a chest. And we can much more conveniently get over this now. Inside this chest, we get a silver feather, same as the one we found before. Prevents the heavy status. Might actually end up selling that. I may keep one of each status curate or status blocking accessory in the event that it's handy, but I'm not going to make it a huge point. There would have been the fire, where the fireproof scarf would have been useful. So easy to screw that up. And hey, redstone, very nice. Like I said, always gather from these ore deposits if you have the opportunity. Very good idea to do so. And just looking around here, there is no treasure. I don't have all the treasure locations memorized, so if there are moments where I'm just kind of wandering around, that's why. We'll defeat these scorpions here. That, defeating the fire chicken, I already forgot his name, Stolbram, we are pretty close to another level up, so I should be able to top us off on that when we get to the boss proper of this dungeon. More redstones, very nice. Ooh, big armadillo enemy. Let's look this. Oh dear. Okay, that lasts for a while. Oh dear. I am doing very poorly. Sometimes I just totally lose it against normal enemies like this. It's actually very nice that this desert section has 2 ore deposits. Hit this guy with a bunch of Ignis blazes. Nothing going there, but some large bones. Very nice. Now, let's open this chest over here. And we get the first of a very valuable accessory, a training ring. Training ring increases your skill EXP gain by 1. So, say Adol is, he has his Warule sword right now with Rising Edge on it. He uses Rising Edge, he gets 2 skill points. With a training ring on, he'd get 3. So, shaves a good bit of EXP off the leveling you need to do. Very secretly tucked away chest here. It gives you 3,000 gold. Switching to Adol since he's slightly faster than Mustafa. Doesn't look like there's anything else for us to find here. Good to know that there are 2 ore deposits here. Probably a good place to hit up if I want to farm some hot sandstones. And if I get lucky, I get a few redstones also. Let's see. Should be a treasure or deposit this way. Yes, ore deposit. We'll have to take out these slugs in order to get through it without any hassle. These guys, much like the big, what should I call them? I guess big ogre enemies. They can also just be kind of stun locked with running edge. And get some hot sandstones off of this guy. Very nice. Should be able to synthesize some more junk once we get out of here. But I will probably double back and collect some more things. Alright, let's head on our way here. Okay. So, for this area, what we want to do is head over this way. Another ore deposit right here. Very nice. Get tons all of a sudden. I'll just let Mustafa do his thing on that stone head there. You want to help us? Oh dear, giant armadillo coming. He's minding his own business. Hey, redstones. Sorry if that's boring, but we gotta collect as many of those as possible if we want to synth more junk. Hey, more dry wood. Just in case I end up using more in synthesis and put myself under the limit for the wood collection quest. Sorry, it's just so addicting to gather stuff in this game. Alright, heading over this way. We hit this switch here. Brings down that spike wall. Hit this lever. And it changes the lava levels. So we can get to that chest, that wooden chest that was somehow not burning up in the lava. That's a bit interesting. You can also get across here, get this chest, get some gold. Let's get over to that other wooden chest. And it's some impressive wood. The dry wood of Seagram has some interesting properties. But hey, more hot sandstone. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What were those bulb guys in Omori that said excellent 3 times every time? Love those guys. Much like Snaily. But we are getting close to the end of the dungeon here. Let's just head across here, hit this set of spike walls. It'll bring up this bridge, bring down the spike walls, and this will create an entrance to the end of the dungeon. Let's just grab this here. Sabrina incense, but we can't collect it. Might be something to grab later, though, if I can remember it. And over here, we are at the monument, and this is the final monument for the dungeon. So, this is actually where we're going to end this video, because I have not practiced the boss of this area yet, and I would like to do so. It's a bit of a tough one. Also got some leveling to finish off. So, we will get to that off-screen, or I'll get to that off-screen, and when we come back, we'll be finishing up the Flame Shrine. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching. Hope to see you next time. Till then, goodbye.